Hello, myself Juri Baruah, and today we will continue our lecture on cell, the unit of life. So, an overview of cell. If we observe a plant cell under a microscope, for example, the onion cell, we will see that it has a distinct cell wall at its outer boundary, and just within it, the cell membrane used to be there. And in case of animal cell, for example, human sick cells, we will see that an outer membrane as the delimiting structure of the cell. Inside each cell, there is a dense membrane bound structure called nucleus. And those cells which have membrane bound nuclei, they are known as eukaryotic, and those which lack a membrane bound nucleus, they are known as prokaryotic. And in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic, there used to be a semi-fluid matrix which occupies the volume of the cell, known as the cytoplasm. But in case of both plants and animal cell, this is the cytoplasm is the main arena where all the cellular activities occur. So if we observe the diagram of the plant cell and the animal cell, we can see that a plant cell used to have the outer membrane is the cell wall. Within its cell wall there is cell membrane, but in case of animal cell there is no cell wall. The outer boundary is the cell membrane, also known as the plasma membrane. The nucleus is used to consist of chromosomes which have the genetic material known as the DNA, which help in passing down the uh, hereditary information. And this green portion of the plant cell, this is the semi-fluid which contains the cell organelles. And in case of animal cell, you can see the yellow portion. In this, all the cellular activities used to occur and all the chemical reactions occur which help the cell to be in the living state. So beside the nucleus, the eukaryotic cells used to have membrane-bound organelles, for example, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, or microbodies, or other lysosomes. So, but prokaryotic cells lack such membrane-bound organelles. So, ribosomes are non-membrane-bound organelles which are present in both eukaryotic and prokaryotic, but these ribosomes are not only present in the cytoplasm, but also they are present in chloroplast in case of plants, and mitochondria and on rough endoplasmic reticulum. In case of animal cells, there is another non-membrane bound organelle which is known as centriole, which helps in cell division, but in case of plant cell, this centriole is absent. So the cell size cells greatly vary in their shape and size. For example, mycoplasma is the smallest cell, which is of around 0.3 micrometer in length, while bacteria used to be 3 to 5 micrometer in length. The largest isolated single cell is the egg of the ostrich. Among multicellular organisms, we have human blood cell, which is around 7 micrometer in diameter, and nerve cells, which are some of the longest cells. So cells vary greatly in their shape. On the basis of their functions, they have different shapes. For example, polygonal shape, they have columnar, cuboid, and thread-like structures or irregular structures. These are some shapes of some cells. Like the red blood cells have the round and the bioconcave. White blood cells, they are amoeboid, and columnar epithelial cells, they are long and narrow, and nerve cells, they are branched and long, and because they are useful in control and coordination processes, so that's why they are long and branched. So metabolically active cells are usually smaller. For example, the bacteria and the amoeba, they can as they are having a higher surface area volume ratio, as their size is small, and due to which they have a higher surface area volume ratio, and due to which they can engulf food very easily by a simple process like diffusion, and they can allow quicker exchange of materials between the cell and its outside environment. So surface area is to volume ratio decreases with the increase in cell size or the volume. So with this in I like to conclude it, and in the next class we'll be discussing about prokaryotic cells and its structures and functions, and eukaryotic cells. With this, thank you very much for watching. If you like it, share it and subscribe to BioLife.